What's going on, y'all? You should already know, but if you don't know by now, it's your man, Mike Deloach, coming back to you with some more content of a black man in New Mexico. So, as you know how I go, for now, just sit back, relax as we give you some of that.
I tell 'em, you ain't gotta be bishop, you wanna have the juice. Everybody unique, no one can be like.
Welcome back again, y'all. If this is your first time, again, my name is Mike Deloach with a black man in New Mexico. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell as well, so you'll get notified when we drop some more content, but today's video, we're going to talk about adapting to your environment. I made a video about, getting out of my box, but, as far as, that was more or less my way of thinking, but once I, kind of changed my way of thinking, at that point, I was more or less able to, adapt to my environment, and this guy, he goes by the name of Glendon Cameron. He has a few different YouTube channels, but check him out. The Franchise Tag and Savage Finance. If you want to get your money right, he'll get you on the right track, So he has a saying, don't hate the player, don't hate the game. Just learn the rules so you can win, And, that can apply to any game you may be playing in or whatever, you know what I mean? But it also kind of entails as far as applying to your environment as well, you know what I mean? Because it's like, whatever game you decide that you want to play in this game of life, that may definitely depend on the environment that you in, whether, you're a techie person, you're in the Silicon Valley, so, the atmosphere as far as, California, and just the mindset too, as far as adapting to the environment, as far as being in that tech industry, the movie scene is coming to New Mexico, so, being able to, adapt into that environment as far as the type of people that you're around and the type of people that you're working with, and, whatever professionalism may come with, whether it be working behind the scenes and, you being able to come to work and not being a fan whenever the star talent does come onto the set to do a scene, you know what I'm saying? So, or even if you're that driver that's, driving this famous person or whatever, like, you got to be well composed to, to hold a conversation if they choose to, and, maintain that relationship as well, again, without becoming a fan, but the thing that got me on this is the fact that, like I said, in a lot of cases, we have to adapt to our environment, and some people are, in a sense, stuck in their ways. They may want to operate in other environments, whether it be on a social status or just financial status, but like I said, you got to be prepared to operate in certain environments, i.e., I work in hospitality. So whenever you book a room, you're required to have, valid identification and a debit or credit card, with your name on it. None of that prepaid cards that don't got a name or just value customer, stuff like that. Actually got to have your name on it, and sometimes, this is not everybody, but sometimes you'll see people who may come in with those type of situations, if you would, and or they may want to just pay with cash, like, well, shoot, I don't have a card or whatever, but I got the cash. Do you take cash? The tricky part is we do accept cash. We can take that upon checkout. However, we're gonna run your card just to make sure that you know you do have that money on your card as well. It's kind of you know let us see that you legit in a way. You know what I mean? And like I said, sometimes you have those people that can't present the proper items necessary. You know, but I say that to say this is because here it is. They wanna operate in a certain environment. They may not want to go. Let's say they may be used to like a Motel 6 or something, Super 8, Econo Lodge or whatever. But one of those lower end hotels where those type of hotels may accept cash. And now the thing is that they've been operating in that space for so long. Now when it comes time for them to operate and adapt to this other environment, they don't have what they need. And the thing is, people, I've seen people get pissed off because they don't have those things. You know what I mean? And the thing is that you shouldn't be pissed off with me because you don't have those things. You have to understand if you're trying to operate in this environment, you have to adapt to the rules with that environment. And the thing is, as soon as you adapt to that environment and learn the rules, you can win within that environment. Because like I said, I've had to deny people getting a room because they didn't have this proper identification, but they have cash. And so they're pissed off because like, well, I got the money. Why won't you let me get a room? But again, within this environment, on this, I won't say higher scale, but on a different operate, like I said, on a different plane. This is required for you to pay, to play. Like they say, you got to pay to play. So part of you paying and putting in the work and paying your dues is going out there and getting legitimized and getting you an actual bank account. And me myself personally, I went through a similar situation with that. And so it's like I understand you have to do certain things to operate within certain environments. So here it is. There was a time I was collecting unemployment, and I've had like it was a prepaid debit card. And I've had it since I was working at Walmart. You know what I mean? And Walmart got the little pretty much they own little bank within the Walmart. And not talking about those banks that are within Walmart, but of course Walmart cashes checks, you can upload money. So Walmart is almost like its own bank. They charge you to, get money orders, they charge you to cash your check, so they making money too. So again, it's like a little bank. But anyway, it was, even though it's like a prepaid card, it still had a routing number and an account number attached to it, which was completely separate from my debit card number. However, it got to a point, there was a point, where I was getting things direct deposit into my account and even making payments towards my credit cards from that same account. You know what I mean? And so, but it came a time when I was doing my unemployment, it stopped making payments to that card, and then when I tried to update the account information and the routing number, it just wouldn't take it. It just recognized it as a prepaid card, and we're not going to take it. So in order for me to almost in a sense collect payment from unemployment, granted they could have issued me a card through the state, but here it was, I seen that dang, I can no longer use this prepaid account to get my money. And so it was something that kind of forced me in a way to to get my thing straightened out and adapt to my environment, because me operating on that prepaid card wasn't gonna work. So I had to get a legit account. So long story short, got a credit union, and boom, now we legitimized. So if something like that would ever happen, I won't have that problem again. You know what I mean? And so I had to adapt to my environment, within those means, And so same thing could have happened for the guy. Instead of him getting pissed off, all he had to do is understand, like, okay, if this is a place that I want to stay, I need to understand that I need to have a debit card in my name, and I need to make sure, I got my ID. you know, and make sure I got money on my card. Cause you have to accept cash, but they still need a card, you know, whenever I'm checking in, just in case for incidentals or whatever the case. Like, you know what I mean? Just in case you break something in the room, you know. But nine times out of ten, 9 times out of 10 it don't happen. But hey, you know, we got something to track you down if need be. You know, and that's how most places are. You know, but I say most places, but again, depending on if it's a place that's operating on debit and credit versus cash money. But like I said, just depending on the environment that you in. You know, if you out working the streets, a debit or credit card ain't gonna get you nowhere. You know what I mean? You're gonna need cash flow. You know, you might could do a little something with Cash App, but for the most part, cats are, you know, probably still operating in cash. You know what I mean? Pawn shops, I'm sure they're still operating in cash. You know what I'm saying? So, and some people operate on cash and debit or credit. Again, just depending on the environment that you're operating in. So, or whatever game that you're playing, you know. But I just wanted to touch on that real quick, you know, and because like I said, the guy had kind of hurt me at work that day. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a matter of once you adapt to your environment, once you get what you need, now you know the rules, now you can win. You know, but that goes for anything. And you have to adapt to your environment. You know, whatever game that you play. And no matter where you are, you know. So that's all I got for now. You know, again, thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to hit that notification bell as well, so that you can be notified when we drop some more content. But until next time, we'll holla back. As always, thank you for watching A Black Man in New Mexico with your man, Mike Deloach. So, if you haven't already, hit that icon in the corner. Be sure to click on my face so that you can subscribe to the channel and get uploaded, you know, when we drop that new content. And by the way, you know, be sure to check out one of these videos here as well, you know, to see what else we got going on in the content, you know. But again, we appreciate you. It's your man, Mike Deloach. And until next time, we'll holla back.